The broadcast is now starting. All attendees are in listen-only mode.
Well, good morning. Sorry we have a delay. All right, the system wanted to reboot itself right in the middle of a class. That kind of sucks, but okay. Now you get to play with me today, and I'm going to warn you, if you don't know me yet, you're going to get to know me. I'm kind of blunt, and I cut to the chase. My wife calls this my hobby because when I brought in 2.6 billion at 26, I was bored. I figured, what am I going to get fat, happy, and then what, die or what? So I've been helping people like you, having fun, getting to million to billion. So understand it's live, and that's half the fun. It's 6 days a week. I'm online. There's no pictures. There's no recording. I need you to put it here. The knowledge, the rules, the tools. Now, here's a bunch of goodies. I like goodies, but I only show real things. I don't have time to show you everything, but I'll show you a couple goodies. Is that okay? Goal is simple. I'm online 6 days a week. Usually try to be on time. I look at it this way: if you're going to be on time, you're 15 minutes early. My life was not so easy. I got born in a taxi on the way to Gardena Hospital. Kind of sucks. She actually threw me away. She didn't want me. Gave me a girl's name. I got to be with Mrs. Hope, the she-devil from hell. I got to tell you my story as I went through this process for me, and I died in 2009. I got to come back and help you. Someone stole my life. I had to rebuild it again. So let's understand. Your journey begins with me today. Get out a tablet and pen, write down today's date, and write some things I'm going to tell you to write down, please. Look behind the curtain because you got to. Bottom line is you accept the word no. That's not acceptable to me. Now I got a couple problems. Number one, there's that rhyming thing. When I was in the 6th grade, they told me flat out I was stupid. They're going to put me in retarded class because I write two different things simultaneously and have a third conversation. And I have total recall on most things and an IQ of 203 that they said I was stupid. I thought they were kind of stupid. What do you think? But I end up rhyming all the time. Sorry to say, that's all I do. I wish I could knock it off, but I can't do it. Let's try. Okay, get out your personal credit cards now. Come on. You jacked them up. You got stuck. You can't get any more, and you can't write off dilly squat. Most of you. Now let's understand. On your personal cards, these are 50,000 each. You're going to put a sticky. Why? Because you're going to knock off this crap. All right, because I want to show you what I set up for years ago that you use every day. On that sticky, you write down the limit of the card. You maintain 25%. You never go past 29%. The moment you go past 29%, you're on plop. Your score drops. Hell, you can't get any more. You got stuck, and you can't ride a dilly squat. You see, if you did what I told you to do on like these two cards, 100,000, that means you have 71,000 of safety. Do you realize what safety credit does? Unfortunately, most people do is they think their credit's free damn money. Now, let's understand. TRW. When I worked with Ken Yarbrough and taught him things years ago, I got to train him. You see, he was security chief at TRW. All right, he was, ex-bodyguard for President Nixon, CID, and all that good stuff. You know what's really weird? The report's wrong. TRW. Thomas Warwich Weaver. I can't even talk now. All right. So again, we got this problem. They started making bicycle parts and they got information. And then in 1996, they became Asperian. When it was drawn out years ago, and this is what I drew years ago too, is the bottom line is you have to balance your debt. But what happened is everybody screws it up. See, this is basically good, fair, or hell no. There are two cards you could get that never drop your score. And that's what you have to learn about today. So we need to understand how to balance our debt. Now the NACB certified me as well. It's kind of fun. Now I want you to focus right here. I believe, all right, don't take it personally, half of you are friggin' lazy. The other half have to be a little crazy to go get it with me and have fun. And I believe you never built residual income. I believe your biggest mistake is you. So let's see if we can change this and turn these up today. This is chapter 18. You can find this anywhere you go. It says a corporation's a legal person. So here's what we're thinking about. All right, it says this. Now I understand. I heard this at 7.5 years old. Well, I was being used and abused by Mrs. Hope and David, her son, which really sucked. All right, I heard this at a poker game she had. I wrote it down. They told me it was weird. Probably true. I went down to the Torrance Police Department the next day riding my little bicycle. Next door was the library. I went in and go, man, what does this mean? She walked away. She was rude. She came back about 5 minutes later. Here's a microphone. Here's a bug. She was a real bee. Microphone bug. I read the book. You've been reading all those books all your life. Good luck with that. See, your problem is you. You basically need to have a blueprint, and you need to learn how to play the game, and you need to learn to win. And that's your ultimate goal. So let's break this down. You ready to break it down? Because I believe you want to get to million, to billion like I did. But again, let's see. It says also it may sue or be sued. Now, I didn't pay attention to that part. That's where I screwed up. Okay, when I got named in a lawsuit, it scared the crap out of me. So let's understand. Now, what did I do? I was 9.5 years old going back to the library for 2 years. I'm selling seeds, clackers, mowing yards, and everything else, and it cost me $10. Why anybody would ever spend thousands on a corporation, I don't understand stupid people. Corporations are free in all 50 states. You pay a filing fee. Back then, the filing fee was $10. It's now $30 today, okay? Because I did Helping Hand Industries, and I was basically a nonprofit. So let's understand something today, okay? I came back as a corporation. I got $100,000 of credit in the mail. It's like, what? They thought I was a crook and 9.5 because people got credit cards in the 70s and 80s automatically. And that was the game to play. I got named in the movie Dave as well. Next, I got freaked out. You see, I started the first Orange County Blind Center. My little friend was blind. And I did that at 12.5, and I used the word Braille. I screwed up. I shouldn't use the word Braille because it's owned by the Braille Institution. You have to learn about trade name, trademarks, and copyrights. That's what I had to do. And then I had to set up division process. Write it down, please. Never bring the pain home. You bring it home because you don't know how to play. Now, I need you to listen very carefully. Most of you have a corporation today. Oh, goody for you. That means very simple today. You look at your corporation, Secretary of State. You have your name on the corp. You're the officer. And when they sue that, they sue you. You're a duck and a sheep. Your banks do it differently. So let's understand. If you got an LLC, oh goody, the Treasury Department is going to kick your ass come January. Get in line. Simple. The next thing they said, put your ducks in a row. I asked the grown-ups what that meant back then. You know, I couldn't get an answer. All I got is, that's about it. So I figured a corporation and division's $1 million. And that's the goal, to never bring the pain home. So let's think about something today. I'm honest and I'm blunt. If you understand what this means, very simple. I'm going to tell like it is. If you follow stupid, you did stupid. You're not stupid. I build millionaires every damn day. I don't know why you haven't learned to play, but I'm going to teach you how to play the game and win. It's going to be up to you. I am Ray Reynolds, the Godfather of Credit. I'm going to tell you what to do. I'm going to treat you like you're 2 years old. And you're never going to bring the pain home again if you follow through and do what I tell you to do. Simple. I've been helping generation after generation for years. So I got this foolproof program you can't even screw up. Very careful. Now, let's understand. When Dr. Lucky and I did the hospital in Fiji Islands years ago, we wanted to help the kids dying of gum disease. We didn't get enough attention, but Arnold, one of my clients, decided to be on the board. We got all the attention. I'll be back. So Steve, heck, he worked for what? He's a cop. Gold's Gym Superman. But again, you know what did he do? Ray, you kick ass and motivate. I only got him $1 million in 9 months. Is that okay? From here, college professor, Bio University. Now, Glenn lived in his car for 3 years, and I said, knock out that crap. Quit feeling sorry for yourself. See, if we're going to feel sorry for ourselves, it's 3 minutes or less. For me, it's 3 seconds or less. I gave him a race 360. $450,000 in corporate credit, new house, new truck, and new business. That's what every one of you get the chance to do. Giovanni, I got him $1.6 million. Very simple. Little Karen delivered pizza to my boot camp. I said, stick around. I taught her to get properties in Long Beach, California. 1.2 million in 9 months. She's got her videos out there too. Now, and I'm helping Biscaloo Center off the 10 freeway. People coming out of prison on work furlough. They need a second chance. So here's Free Ray, Ricky, Dickie Ross. I get him gold and platinum cards. Thomas was in prison for 26 years. Within 6 months, thousands, hundreds of thousands of credit. and then I got him some brand new dump trucks doing millions a year. Your problem, I believe, is you, because you don't know how it works. So let's see if I can explain it to you. Franklin D. Roosevelt in 34 had the Gold Reserve Act. That's why they call it Fort Knox. They didn't even tell you how heavy your wedding ring could be. That's how stupid it was. But you and I, most of us got our SS5, so write it down, equals SSN, and they equal the 1040 tax return, 14 to 16 years old. Listen again, I'll explain some things to you as well. Nixon took the gold standard out in 71. This means everyone at the hospital, all right, who delivered a baby, every woman who delivered a baby is mandated since 71, all right, to get an SS5 form so she can fill it out for the SSN for the baby that's going to go home and take a nap. If she don't fill it out, she can't be released from the hospital. So let's show what happens with most people because they don't understand how to play the game. Business is a game. So we look at SS5 form, SSN, Social Security number. You allowed yourself to be number one. That's the biggest mistake you did for you. You allowed yourself one chance to screw up or make it, and you brought the pain home. It's not acceptable. So only one chance. So let's understand, we the people, and then the SSN. All right, SSN is tax, and probate when we're dead. When we die, the time of death is for the state and federal government, and they take that away too. So we look at the SS4. I need you to pay attention to this. This is very crucial how you're going to get to million to billion. I need you to put your hands like this. Can you do that for me? SSN, remember tax, probate till we're dead. So we're taxed, we get to live on the leftover. All right, good luck with that. The SS4, see, these silly people on TikTok and Google and all that stuff talking about what type of corporation, that's bull crap. It doesn't matter. What matters is what the IRS says in SS4. So over here, SS4, no taxes due to your profitable. And then we got to look at borrow money not being taxable. So the goal is understand both of those and understand from here. Your name, do you see this? Come on, pay attention. Legal name of entity. That's the bank that grows through the city. Because they follow bankruptcy and branch numbers are in front of you all the time. Also individual person. So you have a second chance if you want to play. SS5 equals SSN 1040. SS4 equal to 1120, known as the tax ID. So let's understand. You did not give yourself a second chance. You brought the pain home. I need you to be responsible for you. If you're a crook and you don't file tax returns, then just go to prison like Wesley Snipes did, who listened to his stupid attorneys and CPAs. He went to prison for 3 years and fined $5 million. If all of them would just pay attention, including you, and you write down irs.gov, and you write down the 1244, write down 1244. See, if you allow yourself and the corporation to file one tax return, it's called a single filing. And you'll almost never pay tax again. Again, pay attention today. So as we do this, the lack of knowledge is why people do stupid things. From there, I want you to write down 5 things of why you need corporate credit. Let's understand. It's all a write-off. It's under tax ID, and we're talking about cash credit. From here, we're going to take it's free money, because what are you going to win the lottery, get a friggin' raise? Free money, maintain the payment. Next, we have to think about is it doesn't hurt our family. From there, when I invented division process in 85, 86, the line of defense. You see, you have to understand the line of defense to protect you and your family. Each entity is entitled to $1 million of cash credit. This builds a legacy for you and your family. That's what you got to focus on. Free money, but you have to maintain the payment. If we take $50,000 off of a card, get to write it all off, finish trade, everything else on the corporation, anything above $10,000 didn't show up on personal reports anyway. And then that $50,000, the payment is $612.26, but the average person wastes and pisses away every month. So that's what you have to understand. So if you listen very carefully, I want to show you where you kind of messed up. You did not build a residual income. Your biggest mistake you did in your life. You're getting older, slower. You're not as pretty as you used to be. Sorry to say it's true. We're going to focus on real estate, franchise, storage units. That's what I want you to focus on. If your excuse is I don't want to spend the money, then you just spend $100 a week and get off your assets, and we build you the corporate millionaire. Any ding dong with $100 a week doing what I tell them to do, and they do their assignments that I give them personally live, I can get you $5,000 to $15,000 in 90 days of cash credit. You can reinvest it to get more credit into the million. Now, let's look at the United States of America, because this is where you messed up. You didn't pay attention. I want you to do that today. Pay attention. They got 50 corporations. They call them states. States got corporations they call cities. They created Chapter 9 bankruptcy under the Federal Protection Act. They have bankrupt 11 cities in front of you and stayed in business. You could have did the same thing with no intent to do fraud. So I need you to focus. We the people, corporation's a legal person, and stop bringing the pain home. So I want you to write down the vision of me. Write it down now. I want you to focus on this. Understand, I cannot bring the pain home. It's not acceptable to me. So we look at number 1 here. Line 1 says legal name of entity, individual person. You see that right there? I can put a person's name, a corporation, division, or subsidiary right there. I like to build you a corporate umbrella. Okay, I like to build a corporate umbrella so I can get you $1 million of cash credit. Remember, me as a division, I can guarantee credit, real estate, franchise, and that's the goal. So let's break it down further. Every tax ID allows my system that I set up years ago as an affiliate to immediately get Experian, Treasury, and Equifax. You took 3 years to build your personal one. You guess when people try to guide you, and today I have to correct some of the things you've been doing all along. We're going to teach you to play. Here's my dashboard. I'm allowed to use SSN, SS4. Harold Stokes and I want everybody in high school and college to let us start their credit file for them, legitimately have a good paper trail, and instantly be done. From here, I can do this for a corporation, a person, or a division under the tax ID. So I want to break it down so you understand. We're establishing a credit file legitimately under tax ID through a system, Experian, Treasury, and Equifax. So you're familiar with those anyway, as we play this game. So let's understand. Division of me. Remember I showed you SSN versus SS4. Let's understand something. Here's one of the Lamborghinis in the collection. Here's the keys. This Lamborghini is $6,800 a month. If I can't pay it, they take it away. They report the credit, reports it to the credit bureaus, and now I have shitty credit. They also report it to the IRS as a 1099-C. So now I have an IRS problem and I have double shitty credit. If I buy it through the corporation, they sue the corp, they still sue me. What did I do? I created something that this world needs and you need it starting today. So I did it as a division. The registered owner is the division of a corporation. You have a choice of SSN versus SS4 to guarantee. I guaranteed SS4. Now understand something. I got all my pieces, my shopping centers, my buildings, and all the things that I'm doing. No problem. If I can't pay it as a division process, I'm going to do the 3-step I invented for myself. Can you write it down? Disconnect, isolate, incorporate. Write it down. That means I'm going to put it over here, and I'm going to maintain all my companies. Manage the corporation and my family. I don't bring the pain home. If I can't save this within 6 months, under the Federal Protection Act, I get to bankrupt the hell out of it, throw the sucker away. What did I do? I gave myself more than one chance. You all screwed up. If you'll be honest with yourself, you allowed yourself to be one, and that sucks. A building is leased by division process. Houses are divisions for each property because you know who's going to fall and kind of sue you and screw you up. Next, the SS4, how you receive money. No taxes due till we're profitable. The next thing is the Fair Lending Act. Every card you get is entitled to 99 more cards. If I get you one card, would you like 9 sisters is my question to you to get over $1 million. This is borrow money, not taxable, and all right off under the tax ID. Here's a problem like Mary had, and all of you have the same problem. Mary's Ivy League education. She married her 3rd grade sweetheart. They're both Ivy League. They're making $250,000 each. Mary wants to have a restaurant. She hires the CPA and the attorney. Attorney looks at the lease, gets her in a 10-year lease. CPA is going to maintain the books. Okay, sounds great. She basically uses 98,000 of her personal credit, drops her score, got stuck, couldn't get any more. She asks them a basic question. What happened? What did I do? And all they can do is go, how many stupid CPAs and attorneys have screwed you over? How many in business and life? So Mary's problem is her restaurant failed. Okay, Mary calls, says this is what happened. This is her story. Her restaurant failed. She filed bankruptcy on the restaurant. Since she guaranteed the lease, they came after her. It forced her to file personal bankruptcy. She lost her house. Her husband divorced her 3 weeks later. He said he didn't sign up for that. What I need you to focus, what Mary needs to focus, and she redid, I rebuilt her life like I like to do yours. If you're a CFO for the corporation through division process, that restaurant would have been a division, not the corp, and hurt her family. So in other words, every McDonald's, every Wendy's, every branch of a damn bank that files bankruptcy doesn't bring the pain to the parent company if you do it the right way through a division process. Again, you have to learn to be a certified CFO. I like to build you a corporate umbrella as we play this game. So if you have a corp, I want you to look on the Secretary of State's website today of your corporation. You'll find your name as officer. You'll find your name as the incorporator. You probably use your home address, as 87% of people do, which is silly and dumb, because now you're on the national mailing list, and on top of that, you get more robocalls. So what I want you to do is put your ducks in a row. When I was a kid, they said that, and I asked what it meant. So I designed this for them as a kid to the grown-ups. So right now, if they sue your corporation, they sue you. You're a duck and a sheep, and that sucks. I want you to let me create your line of defense for you. I want you to look at a $100 million building across through South Coast Plaza Mall, the $1 million Lamborghini, the $5 million mansion, and a $1 million race boat. I obtained them. Why didn't you? Okay. Again, are these turned up? Your goal is to understand, I like goodies. There's my goal. If you'd like to be a corporate millionaire, I need you to do something. I need you to follow through. It's like I see Ruth here today. Hey, Ruth, how you doing? You did good. You had some little problems here and there. Let me basically see where you left off. Get you back on track. This happens to everybody. Life happens to everybody. I like to make millionaire corporations. If you allow me to add you to my system, I can rebuild anybody. But I'm going to tell you what I need you to do, and you need to follow through on your part too. So let's understand, what is your ultimate goal? From there, you have to look at the calendar. How many working days are left of the year? 45 years. For 45 years, I'm in person, online, helping people get to millionaire status. And that's what I got to do. From here, next year, I got my radio and TV show coming up, so I won't be available for 6 days a week. From here, when I was flipping properties, I had 19 houses at 17. Come on. I got 19 houses. I'm flipping properties. I'm working my tail off, figuring out how this play. And everybody talks about flippity dippity doos. It's a pain in the ass. So I'm working my tail off. I'm dealing with contractors and subcontractors that sound outside Home Depot, lien releases, mechanics liens, buyers, liars, real estate agents, and brokers all full of crap trying to steal the money. By the time you fight the battle, you get 50,000 if you're lucky. So what I decided to do, at 21 years old, I decided if I'm going to sell it, I'm going to be the bank. I need you to understand, you did not build residual income. Your problem is still you. You're getting older, slower, you're not as pretty as you used to be. So let's understand, if we take a property and we focus and dissect it into pieces like I've done for 45 years, all right, and I'm going to split deed it, I'm going to become the bank and use the assignment of mortgage. Now, remember, I wrote the book, #1 national, all right, 20 years ago, then updated 10 years ago, How to Be the Bank. Simple. So I want you to focus on the assignment of mortgage. In other words, my mortgage was 3%. By the time they got it, they're at 7%. I get the difference of $1,800 a month. So again, for 30 years. So an example, I had a nice client. He tells me 2 years ago he's going to die. He's got cancer. God rest his soul. Sorry to hear this. He goes, can you peek in on my wife once in a while? No problem. He built her the dream house. He's basically one of the top builders in California. And then she calls up one day and she says, Ray, I'm going to sell the house to give the money to my son's business. And this was last year. And she says, I'm going to go live with my daughter, take care of my grandkids, and be the nanny. That was never their dream. Okay. So I said, no, stop. What I had her do is a reverse mortgage. Take that money and write this down. Reference 3 times 5. Reference 3 times 5. The bank gave her $3 million of credit. $3 million. Okay. That basically let her manage divisions. I got her in a franchise. I got her in an apartment complex. Line of defense. All managed by third party. She's bringing over $100,000 a month, which means she has the ability to help the son take care of the kids when she wants to. Her choice. I'd like you to think about something today. You have 14 states that have a brand new house, brand new condo or something under $100,000. So if we took and looked at the properties in all different states and they're under $100,000, their down payment is $5,000. Why don't we charge it to a card? Their payment is $50 a month. All right, it's ridiculous. So if you use borrow money, corporation gets to write it all off, and you got 3 of these, it costs you $150 a month to manage. You're not going to manage. You're going to do Section 8 or third party managing your properties. You now become an investor. You're going to get $1,000, $10,000, $50,000 a month residual income. There's your biggest screw up. You did not build residual income on a monthly base. And nobody seems to do this. This makes no sense. But I always pick boring businesses because boring lasts longer than anything. So it's like John and Nancy here. John says he's going to sell the house, and then basically they said they're going to have gains tax. They bought it here, they're going to sell it here. Kids are gone to school and college and all married off now. Fantastic. John, you're not going to do it your way. You're going to get an escrow, sell your house, and you're going to do an assignment of mortgage to that person. All right, you paid the interest rate here, they're going to pay the interest here. As long as you don't change title, there's no assessment of tax. We're going to basically have to do assignment of mortgage. So when they put their down payment down, you're going to buy that house, you're going to downsize them. All right, I created something years ago called hopping. You might want to get familiar with that. From here, the real estate series that I created, Homestead Blocker, UC1, Chattel Mortgage. Okay, usually those books sold for thousands, but again, after coma, what happens? Simple. So if you want them today, it's very simple. All right, you can get the real estate series for $299. Okay, now let's understand what happens next. This Friday and Saturday, 8:30 in the morning, I have a workshop for real estate. We're going to go through all these processes. Some of you might even be in some of the classes. All right, so if you want to be in it, it's usually $499 for the class. What I want to do this week, because this is my last and final year, is basically do as much as I can. I want to give you the real estate system books and CDs for free. Okay, so in other words, I also want to charge you $299. If you're in the class already, you don't have the books and CDs, I want to make sure you understand, I want to get money out of your pocket into here to maintain what I'm doing here. I'm as honest and blunt as there is. We're spending $3,000 an hour for the new call center. No problem. But again, if I give you value, the books or the class, same price. If you're in the class, you don't have the books, $299. You buy the books, you get the class. Either way, your goal right now, before it is sold out, is to take a picture of Zelle, Ray Reynolds recipient, ray@rayscredit.com. You write down RW, you Zelle the $299 because you want to be in the class Friday or Saturday. You get both days. Simple. Now, I need you to focus. You had money before, no matter what it was, 1,000, 100,000, whatever you had. You spent it. In other words, you probably pissed it away. Problem is you have to learn to play. I want you to put $100,000 in your corporate bank account. Oh, you don't have that? Let's take it off a damn credit card. And you put the $100,000 in the bank. You reference 3 times 5. They give you up to $1.5 million of line of credit. Borrow money is not taxable. You take your corp and you have a division for a franchise, a division or apartment complex. You build your line of defense, all managed by a third party. You have the ability to get financial freedom. I wrote it 45 years ago, page 6, paragraph 3, cash flow free per time in winning the game of business. All right, so let's understand something. I want you having $1,000, $10,000, $50,000 a month. Your life should be on an automatic pilot like mine is. 100,000 of credit. If I add you to my dashboard, all right, and if I'm going to add you to one of these or 10 of these or whatever it is, I have $53 million of credit and billions of dollars of lines of credit all over the place. I've been collecting this stuff since I was 9.5 years old. Kind of fun, especially through a corporation. So let's understand. If I add history to you, corporate divisions, I can basically ask for separate billing to get you a card. And that's how it works. Simple to do. Now, I like boring businesses. And I'm going to talk about boring because everyone wants the excitement. Nope. You have a problem. Google's been indicted and they're in a court this week and last week. They're getting their assets kicked. From there, I've been telling everybody in this world, Amazon will be next. Okay? And now they got told they're next. Antitrust lawsuit. Things in business are good for 3 to 6 years. Okay? So they're going to probably be next. From there, I line up franchises. I've been playing with 26 different types. Think about Wendy's, Taco Bell, gas stations, laundromats, apartment complex, commercial real estate. All of these entities should be and always be managed by third party. I don't want you to do anything. I want you to put in your mind you're going to be an investor. All managed by third party. Let's give you an example. If I build you credit, and that credit is built, and you said you wanted basically to get 10,000, 20,000 a month, if not more. I don't give a damn what type of business it is, to be honest with you. Your problem is you got to quit caring about the type of business too. It's all based on what you can put as a down payment. So let's focus. These are all managed by third party. You don't do nothing. All right, 40,000 down. That means that we took 40,000 off of a line of credit or a credit card with a checkbook. We have to maintain that payment for 90 days as a closed escrow. So we got to make sure we have 50,000 of credit. So we can maintain the payment, put down 40,000. That $40,000, let's say it's a laundromat or something like that type of business, we line you up for. You're going to get 3,000 to 10,000 a month. Again, you're not going to do anything besides residual income. You're an investor now. Your corporation gets that, that's fine. We can duplicate it through division process. If you put 100,000 down, you have to maintain the payment for 90 days to close escrow. Again, you probably need 125 to 150. Your goal should be 10,000 to 45,000 a month, residual income. If you get to the point you want a gas station or something like this as an investment, in other words, big boy, big girl, we're going to get what we need. Our goal is between 50 to 75,000 a month. So if you focus, it's like when you go to a franchise trade show, it's great, but you're lost, so like a deer in the headlights. Why don't we line you up in a coaching package to get you in one existing so it has a proven track record? Okay, nothing brand new. New, it takes too much of a chance. So I'm going to explain that I like boring businesses, and that's what it means to me. That's what I've done most of my life. So why you did not build residual income, I don't understand that. Okay, so let's see if we want to get started today. So my focus for you is to basically be an investor. All right, get to the point. Do not run the business, own the business. There's a big difference. If you look at the franchise and all the things out there, each one of these filed bankruptcy on different locations, and they played the game. They robbed from their taxes, and you're trying to figure out what's next. Franchise, real estate. From there, we look at basically from there. If we want to use profit sharing with a group of people, or do we want to literally leverage money in credit? So I get you ready for that. That's what the coaching packages are for. Now, here's a franchise, but this one is very simple. This location, they want 165,000. Okay. All right. Got it down to 110, and the down payment is 45,000. So off of a card, you have to maintain the payment on the card to maintain everything else in the balances. Anything above 10,000 on corporate credit doesn't usually reflect a personal credit anyway. So what happens is now there's a problem. The problem is going to be you. The person doing this one finds out that the management company, the total income is $47,500 a month. From there, instead, he says, well, I'll just run that business. I can save $17,000 a month. The answer is no. He's not thinking smart, he's thinking stupid. You see, the goal is a third party managing this already. Give them their 17,500. Let them keep it. Let them run the damn thing for you, manage it. And what do? You get another one and another one. And that's what the goal is. So remember, I will not help somebody get into a franchise unless it is managed by third party, because I don't want them to run the damn business. The gas station, they need 250 down. Again, we take it off of a card, corporate credit. You close your escrow. Now you did what? You don't basically run the business, you own the business. You're an investor. So I don't care what type of it is we line you up for. I just care, did you get enough credit I built you to line you up to get some cash flow for your time? I don't think you care what it is either. So again, examples one more time. Based on down payment is what you got to close escrow so you can get 3,000 to 10,000 to 50 to 75,000 a month. Okay, and that's what I want you to focus on. There's 26 I've played with all my life, but again, these are simple things we target, and this is what we've targeted so far. In the coaching program for 3 months, 6 months, all right, 15 months, we put them in these things. We line them up or put them in one or get them multiple units, and that's the goal. All managed by third party. You got to get your mind set that you're going to be an investor. Okay, real estate, franchise, storage units, simple. You have a possibility for 3 months, 6, or a 15-month program. But again, I can only put 10 in each because I'm doing phone calls every day. I can't do more than 4 calls a day. So we're going to talk about boring businesses for you, and you're going to focus. The goal is to quit having the same rerun you've been doing, because I think you're treading water and think you're stuck, to be honest with you. If we play my way, the goal is, let's start, I don't care if it's 1,000, 5,000, 10,000, you need to build and focus on residual income. And that's the ultimate goal. As we play coaching, I'm going to put you in every class that I do. I'm going to make sure flat out you're on video conferencing every Saturday with me. From there, we're going to do weekly calls, blueprinting, and talk what you need to do and give you your assignments if you need assignments too. From there, I'm going to keep your personal credit and rapid rescore. And we're going to have a video conference, or hopefully in person, you fly in like most people do, in my conference room. And we're going to look at past, present, and future. The goal is to build you up into the millions. But again, I need you to learn to be a certified CFO. That means you're going to learn about projections. You're going to learn about limits. You're going to look about talking to creditor the right way, daisy chaining credit to millions of dollars, and increasing limits every 46 days. Coaching packages, you're going to work your tail off. All 3 of them are $1,000 down. It's up to you. As you do this, the balance on the 3 months would be $6,999. So in other words, it's an $8,000 package. But again, I line you up, getting you that first franchise. Get all of that lined up and you coach with me. From here, if you did it today during the broadcast, you made that $1,000 commitment, all right, and you decide you're going to pay in full today, all right, what happens is I add $250,000 of cash credit to your package, okay, the bonus credit. The sales team in the office don't add credit. They don't want to. They want to sell it separately. Okay, no problem. So right now, 1,000 down, you take that $69.99, you break it down into 3 months of your payments. Or you pay in full, you get $250,000 of credit on top of that. From there, if you did the 6 months, same thing, 1,000 down, the 6 months is 15,000. Again, you pay in full, I build you $500,000 of cash credit. From here, you wanted the 15-month program. All right, you can break down those payments for 15 months, and you get into that. But again, if you basically do payments, it's $31,000. If you want to pay in full at $25,000, you save 15%. But then I'm building you $1 million of cash credit if you pay in full. I want to motivate you. So the difference simple. Take a picture. Zelle is Ray Reynolds recipient, ray@racecredit.com. That's $1,000 down payment. You work out the payments in the office and what needs to be done. Or the reality today is if you did it all one payment, all right, bank transfer, deposit, or wire, or even Zelle, simple. Again, it's up to you. I like the businesses I've lined up for me that make sense. I like residual income. I don't want to use anything fancy or anything new. I just want boring. Third party managing all the pieces, and that way you get residual income. based on, again, and I want you to remember, you understand this, pretty clear, based on the down payment is the type of business we would aim you towards. Doesn't matter to me what it is. What I'm looking for is residual income, which I always did. As I wrote my books for basically franchises and things, and laundromats, pay phones, and literally printing companies as well years ago as well. The goal is residual income. So again, depends on how much you put down, how much you can get on a monthly base. And let a third party manage it for you. That's what real people do. Again, that's why I pick boring businesses. So let's understand today, I'd like you to look in the mirror. I'd like you to just put yourself in check. I believe you're doing the same silly thing every day. I believe you're stuck. Because did you on Monday at 6/12 when it came out, did you get the list for repos, divorce list, probate, or bankruptcy? Are you selling supply and vendor credit? Your corporation you have or will have should have $1 million of cash credit, checkbook money, and supply and vendor money. If you do what I tell you to do, by the time you turn around, you'll have about a $10 million company. But the problem we still have today is still you. Don't think, just do. So making a money making machine is my goal. If you want to be one of those 30 people, and most of them are almost gone anyway, we're trying to close it out this week. So 100,000 to $1 million of supply and vendor credit. That's OPM money, and that literally is done in Bradstreet. But keep in mind, Amazon and eBay sell it. It's good for 3 years. There's going to be some big changes that are on the books right now, just like Amazon got told antitrust lawsuit yesterday. Keep in mind, it's good for up to 3 years. I like goodies. That's the bottom line. It pissed me off as a kid being used and abused, and I get a mommy and a daddy eating out of a trash can at 3, and the people on the pier just walk by. No one gave a shit about me. So I got pissed off to prove them all wrong. And that's what I did. And I created my first million at 14 and a half and 2.6 billion at 26. I got no excuses. I remember my wife following me one day in Huntington Beach in one of my cars. Simple. Someone came up and asked a silly question. I thought it was stupid. What's it cost to fill it up? Who gives a shit? It's a friggin' Ferrari. It's a Lamborghini. But again, the corporation's paying for everything. The insurance, the gas. See, I don't care about what the price of gas is today, to be honest with you. I'm sorry, I don't really care. I like it to be lower, yes. But what matters is I'm using a corporate credit card. The corporation's going to write it off. So who gives a shit what it costs per gallon of gas? Again, that's just my opinion. God's gift, mansions in the harbor, race boats with my name on them too. I like goodies. You like goodies yet? But understand, I have no excuses, but neither do you. Let's understand today. Okay, every time I hear some idiot say white man can't jump, that's funny because I hold the record for the highest kick and the fastest kick on this planet since 1981. In other words, white men do jumps too, but people say we don't. I kicked at the lights. I used to kick the door jamb in the damn basketball hoop. I freak people out all the time. So no matter where you come from, you can accomplish your goal if you want to. My first car, one of my first cars was a Quintas Lamborghini. I bought it as a kid. What did you drive? Simple. I don't hear no. Okay, you hear no. I don't understand. Why would you put up with no? People that say no is because they don't know how. That doesn't mean that there's no way to do it to me. See, I just think they're stupid. I go around there no and I go get it anyway. You have 1,000 steps you can get to millionaire dream. I like to teach you a blueprint so you can leave a real legacy. See, most people die. People buy all their little stuff and from there they're just a memory. I'd like you to learn how to do it differently my way. Can you write down UCC1 and irrevocable trust, please? See, I want to repackage your whole life. Right now, you look at your house, it has a deed of trust, a client's pink slip. The assets in your house and your office should be on a UCC1. You should Google that form today. Put all your assets on the form. File a county recorder's office, turn it into a chattel mortgage. All right, see, here's the thing. I want to make sure when I die, my children take over everything I have. Okay, through the corporations, they don't have to pay gains tax and all that BS inheritance tax. So I want you to understand when my goodies go, they're tied to irrevocable trust to corporations, never to a person. From there, I believe the Kennedys, the Hiltons, the Firestones, the Gettys, and the Fords did it right. They had their businesses, their children, they trained them to take over the business. I think that's the biggest screw up in this world. That's why half the families are screwed up. We got to teach them a legacy. I live by three things. I plan the problem, I plan to live, I plan to die. That's just me. The corporation right there, draw that. Your Bank of America is bankrupt 5,000 locations now. Chase Bank, US Bank, Wells Fargo. Your Sam's Club is banked for 1,500 locations. Geico, cities. So in front of you, this stuff's happening, and you're sitting there going, that's all, folks. It's time to get off your ass. Heads. See it, believe it, go get it. Stop bringing the damn pain. Become a CFO. Become a CFO. And from there, change the way you think. Reprogram your brain. See, when I was 9.5 at that library, I started my own blueprint. All right? And I designed it because God speaks to me all the time. I call it see it, believe it, go get it. See it, pray, believe it, and hell, go get it. It works for me. Everything I touch turns to 100 million plus a year. Why didn't you do this? See, now you need to understand 5 things now. You're treading water, you're playing it safe. I want you to write down 5 things now. Ready? Number 1, 750 score. A real one, not a care, credit, and first premier. From there, I need you to have corporate and a bunch of divisions, about 30 divisions by the time I'm done with you. Cash credit, 100,000 to $1 million. Checkbook money and supply and vendor money. That's what you need. Do you understand need? You must have. Without that, you're never going to get there. Reality is I want you to draw this again. If your corporation does business, you're called stupid. Just stupid. The banks have corps owning corps, subsidiaries. They write off on their damn taxes when they screw up and make a decision. You keep being one, which is a freaking lonely number, and you keep bringing the damn pain home. Your corporation, when you go to my setup level 1 class, you're going to learn that manages entities. You're going to stop bringing the pain home. You're going to put your ducks in a row, and I'm going to repackage your life my way, because your way, I think, suck. Sorry, you brought the damn pain home. You didn't get to million to billion. Why not? These aren't turned out. I've been helping rich and famous people for 45 years, just like I want to help you. Simple, as we play. But what did you do? You sit at the kitchen table with your friends and family. Oh, good. You want to start a business, honey? Then what happened? Hopefully someone with half a brain says, what if something screws up? And what happened to you? Simple. You jacked up the credit, you dropped the score, you got stuck. Hell, you can't get any more. You backed yourself and family in a corner, and you can't write a dilly squat. I call that stupid. You even hawked your damn house. That's like ridiculous. I don't understand stupid. I'm sorry. I don't understand stupid. It really pisses me off. I didn't get a family like you. So I had to get out of hell. It's about time you get off your assets and go get it too. Never bring that damn pain home. It's not acceptable. You write down today's day, you project 90 working days. You're going to fall down 1,000 friggin' times. You're going to win 10. Live with it. That's how it works. When I wrote Winning the Game of Business 45 years ago, my page 6 says cash flow for your time. I invented that. Paragraph 6. All right. Actually, paragraph 3, page 6. Now, there I am dead in a coma. I don't get it. God, why? I'm worth billions of dollars. I'm helping people 6 days a week. I'm at the Bonovich for 32 years every Wednesday night like clockwork. But I get to take one of the yachts in the backyard because the wife wants it with a group of people. I get to die. And then she finds out Ron's stealing my books and CDs. Tom, my IT guy, hears I'm going to die, so he sells my websites and my phone numbers. See, the people around you are the ones that are going to screw you over the most. Save your assets. Protect you. Again, I want you to focus. I sold the Millionaires Founders Kit at the Bonovich for $5,000 a set for 32 years. It is free for you as long as you Zelle over 99 bucks. And you get it, that covers shipping and handling. Very simple. Again, there's your Zelle. You write down RW in your Zelle. Very simple to do. You want to call the office, it's 800-254-9506. Make sure you have been assigned to a specialist. If not, you ask for Santos, he'll assign you one too. He's not available, ask for Scott. See, starting a business, it's not easy. You don't know if the people around you are going to knock you off the damn cliff, are going to catch you, you're going to die. Hold your breath. My whole problem as a kid, not getting a mommy and a daddy like most of you, I had to put myself in check. What does that mean? At 2.5 years old, if I got up at 2:30, the abuser would get me. So I've been waking up at 2:25 ever since I was 2.5 years old. My brain just wakes up. I don't need an alarm clock. I woke up this morning, dropped to my knees. Thank you, Jesus, another day. I go look in the mirror. My wife asks what I do in the morning. It's meditation, looking in the mirror. But I understand. I put myself in check. I had a choice as a kid being used and abused. Put up with it, be smarter than them, get out of hell, and not feel sorry for myself. See, you're feeling sorry for yourself is 3 minutes or less. Mine's 3 seconds. So I want you to focus today. You ask your friends about an idea you have. You ever notice they interrupt you every time? They're going to tell you how to do your idea. They haven't done shit. Isn't it true? You keep clouding your damn direction. That's ridiculous. So let's understand what I had to do. 2009, we took one of the yachts in the backyard. Again, helping people 6 days a week. Wife wants to take out a group of people. No problem. Next day, I get to die in a coma. I get to hear what's going on in the room. It's really weird. Thought it was a dream. Tax attorney tricks my wife to sign a POA. The nurse asked my wife if I was a donor. Jesus said, stay in peace or go back. I said, go back. See, I'm an example for him, and I want you to focus. I moved 24 times since I'm 11.5 years old. Go to school in Watts, Torrance, Hawthorne, and Carson, too. And with the girl's friggin' name, you got to learn to run or kick it. I'd rather die than run. I've been shot twice. I've been knifed 6 times. I'm God's example, so let's pay attention. Very simple for you. So I got a book coming out this year called Jesus is Not a Drive-Thru. You see, being a Christian's a way of life, not a moment of time, but it's the hardest thing to ever be. It's almost impossible. But I got another one coming out, Bite Your Tongue, Love Longer. It's for men to learn to shut up. Women are tape recorders. And I've noticed I put another section in my book for my wife and my daughter. They got to bite their tongue and love longer sometimes too. How about we fight the monster with them? How about bullshit doesn't pay your bills? That's just a bunch of books coming out this year. Fighting the pain. See, I think you're stuck. That means I'll show you some Lamborghinis, part of the collection, some Duffys, some mansions, how white men do jump and stupid people say we don't. More Lamborghinis, race boats in the backyard, helicopters, U-Dogs, yachts, and Ferraris too. A couple goodies. Why didn't you obtain these? What? I don't understand. See, I call this Ray's Rules. And I started my blueprint when I was 9.5. See it, believe it, go get it. Isn't it about time you see it, believe it, go get it too? Credit repair. I can't believe how smart people are and so stupid at the same time. You cannot pay a credit repair company to fix your credit. It's not broken. There's no magic wand. It's all a bunch of bullshit. Sorry, it's just true. It's a joke. I mean, let's understand. Federal Trade Commission says it's fraud. They can't charge people up front, period. When they do, they get to go to jail. They should, or prison. The Credit Repair Organization Act, what are you supposed to do now? But again, all these idiots, I'm going to repair your credit. Oh, I love the one on TikTok. Do you know negative credit's not even supposed to be there? I can't wait till that guy's in prison talking. He's just talking out of his butt. Let's understand what you need to do. Every one of you have the ability to listen and learn and write down literally section 611. It'll tell you exactly what you can do about your credit today. Next thing is you can't rip off your creditor. All right, you can't. You got to man up, woman up. You don't want to be a crook. You got an open collection account and negotiate the damn debt. TRW stood for the report's wrong. Thomas Raymond Woolridge. And then they got sold in 96. The Spearing got so indicted so many times and hacked so many times, they moved to Dublin, Ireland 33 years ago. When I designed this years ago, it's basically balance your debt. It's good, fair, or hell no. All cards use the 20% rule, period. That's why Harold Stokes and I want to put it in schools, high school and college too, but 2 cards. And the NACB certifies me. Number 1 consult worldwide. So if you want your 750, just do what I tell you to do, please. Negotiate any open collection account. All cards, 29% rule, but 2, a rapid rescore. I invented that 39 years ago with Harold Stokes and Ken Yarborough. Rapid score for your mortgage companies, rapid score for this too. Now you got a 750. What are you going to do? Now you have to learn the KISS method. Keep it simple, stupid, because that's what it is. Now, let's give you the first 25 steps today to get you started. Everything to me is steps, rules, and tools. Very simple. Intuit bought Credit Karma after Credit Karma was indicted. all right, for 3 million plus, and they bought it December 3rd, 2020. There's no fund there to help you anyway. But again, that's just step one. What I want to do for you today is analyze your credit today. Not tomorrow, today. I want to analyze your credit today, and I want to show you exactly what I need you to do as part of the program. Within 90 days, you have a 750 score. I will call your case number on Saturdays at 1:30 Pacific Standard Time. Now, here's the form none of you paid attention to. It's called an SS5 form. Again, it says name to be shown on card, full name of birth other than above. So you got an SS5 you did or mommy did at the hospital to create the SSN to equal to a 1040 tax return. Next, when you have your Social Security card, get it out, please, today. Please get it out now. Let's get our Social Security card and let's look at it. It'll say, do not laminate, don't carry with you. And it'll say, don't use for ID purposes because it belongs to Social Administration, not you. Next, you got that SSN for one reason. So you can create a 1040 tax return to be tax to the day you're dead. So the next thing we have to look at is a paycheck you got years ago. You thought that company ripped you off. And you know what happened? They told you, no, the IRS gets your cut, you get the leftover. That's why you're a duck and a sheep. See, we're all ducks and sheep. But if you listen and learn and you pay attention today and you write down irs.gov and you file one tax return with you and the corporation, you almost never pay tax again. So people don't have to be crooks. They can work within the system. I want to help you balance your debt and coach you through that process to break even. I need you to balance your debt and quit doing this crap to yourself and your family. There's no reason to do it in the first place. So again, what tax? We get the leftover. Here's no tax till we're profitable. So if you listen, learn, and let me hold your hand, we can sing Kumbaya and have some fun as you balance your debt and quit bringing the damn pain home. I want to repackage you in the SSN. I want you to choose wisely from now on. I want you to be the CFO for the corp and the divisions. I want you to let me teach you how to master the SS4. All right, 26 ways to do that too. And I want you to be a double CFO. And I want you to put your ducks in a row under the same corporate umbrella. And I want you to stop bringing the pain home. So if we play, there's that SS5 form. Let's understand. Here's the SS5, and then let's compare it to SS4. You ready? SS4. Line 1 says legal name of entity. That's a bank, grocery store, city, usually, or individual person. So if I put your name on line 1, I can create credit files instantly for you in Superior and Tranjo and Equifax. I can make sure you understand this form says banking and credit purposes, and that's one per entity. There's your goal. Your corporation should only do 4 things, because I said so. Simple. Buffer tax, no taxes due to your profitable. All corporate credits are write-off. Car, fleet price, hotel, fleet price, hotel, free buffet. Your divisions will be your line of defense. So understand. Screw up one, get another one, no intent to do fraud. They're cheap, they're multiple functions, buy at wholesale price, multiple credit reports, and liability separate when it comes to real estate. I've done real estate since I was 17. Why you didn't create your line of defense, I'll never understand. So a corporate umbrella in each entity for you, I want to build you $1 million, if you allow me to. I will guarantee everything I say I can do for you in writing, as long as you're part of the program. You do what I ask you to do or tell you to do, and you follow through. If you violate, you jack up cards, and you crash your rapid rescore I paid for you, I have to close your case or charge your fee. In other words, just be responsible. Own your screw up if you screw up. Okay, that's the ultimate goal. If you screw up, own that screw up, please. Past cannot chase future. You got an open collection account, there's 5 ways to kill a debt. IRS has a form too. If you have a problem with them, it is a 656, all right, and a 433 A and B. Your goal is to repackage your life. Let me do it with you and for you. Again, here's that 750 waiting for you. If you want a 750, you don't have one yet, we're going to analyze your credit today, not tomorrow, today. We're going to start your rapid rescore today. I want to show you how I got this person 96 points in 3 friggin' days. Straight up. Create green lights. You see, 750 is guaranteed every time I'm having a rapid rescore if you're part of the program, if you do what you're told to do. You have to be part of it. There's the goal. Nice lady. She says, Ray, why do I have a 651? I have perfect credit. I said, why are you using half your cards? My attorney, my CPA, my banker told me to. Dumb, dumb, and dumber. I did a rapid rescore. No green lights, got her green lights to an 801. And that's the goal. Nice couple. All right, very simple. And I don't understand. They basically say, well, we went to a bankruptcy attorney to ask some questions. He sold us a bankruptcy. What are you going to sell? You a pickle or a banana? See, they didn't have to file bankruptcy. I don't think anybody has to file bankruptcy unless they're selling your house or garnish your wages today to court. There's always a solution, in my opinion. Here's $500. I had to rebuild them up. Next thing is I got a client, the family have 11 collection accounts. How are we going to solve the problem? Here's $3,000. Again, what do? Build it up, 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 and away. That's the goal. So if you allow me to rebuild your credit with you, for you, and you're in a rapid rescore, you go to class on Saturday. There were live, 10 of them live with me. Do classes Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday. There you go. What do you get to do? Our focus is a 750. I will tell you what I need you to do. I will charge you $999. I will give you $1,000 card to reimburse you, cash card. During a broadcast, I discount this to half price. Literally, $499. The card's $500. There you go, no excuses. You want a corporate starter package? We still got to rebuild your credit, CFO, get you right on track and rapid rescore. You have a corp, I'll build the one you got. If not, I'll give you the articles, also tax ID for free. Free. You just pay a little filing fee. Setup and level 1 is every Wednesday and Saturday at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. So for $999 a giveaway, because that's what the average person wastes in a given month. For that $999, I'm going to rebuild your life. You're going to do what I ask you to do, and I'm going to hand you $5,000 of cash credit, 5 times your investment. You invest $2,499, I'm going to give you $25,000, 5 times your investment as well. I like to give 5 to 10 times what you put into a program back to you through personal business credit. I want to take away all your excuses. I analyze, add history, and start popping credit as soon as possible. There's the goal. Those discounting things and pricings are now during the webinar. That means you Zelle, you put RW in your Zelle. If you got to call the office, you call them right away. So I'm on Ray's webinar now. 800-254-9506. So you got so many things I need to repackage. Sorry, I got to repackage your whole life. Why? You're a voter. That means they sell the voting list 412 times a year. That's how you got the robocalls and the junk mail. You see, you did it to you. You got a cable bill. You have a corporation. If you were to call 888-567-8688 today, opt out for 5 years, you get off the national mailing list. Phone number's right in front of you. Simple. From there, I need you to do the next thing is start planning the problem. You allowed a friend and family member to rip you off. You spent thousands of crap that didn't work. Safety credit is very simple. We take all our cards, personal cards, we put a sticky, we maintain 25%, not past 29, and we know the limit to the card. We don't screw up again. That's the ultimate goal. Line of defense. As you build this up and away, as I designed it years ago, all dashboards are 0 to 29 is green, 30 is yellow, 50 is red. So we can learn to play the game and win. In other words, learn step 5, balance your deck, quit screwing up, and understand if you ever had to take a card past 29%, you never do it to these cards. You do it to these cards because they have a pay or time limit up to that. As long as you maintain your payment, you can max it out $1 million. See, you can maintain your 750 the rest of your life as long as you pay attention today. From there, let's understand when you lose your job, have an emergency, what do? Simple. You run out of time, you run out of money, then you got to go jack up your cards and tell the world feel sorry for you in 42 days. That's not acceptable, by the way. The next thing is, let's say you needed $5,000 now. Okay. What happens? You tell the bank, the grocery store, the what? The friend, the family? They're all going to say no. Because you said the word need. So what happens is this is $5,000 here. The payment's $50 a month. The average person wastes $50 every other day. Next, they say you waste $140 a week, $600 a month. If I take $50,000 off of a corporate credit card, I get to write off interest rate in the credit card. That means it's the same payment the average person wastes in a given month? Very simple. And then get 2 pizza restaurants through a drive-through during the pandemic using some common sense. So white men do jump. All right, Nixon took the gold standard out. Now I need you to write down Ray's rules. And then I need you to write down the only thing that screws up in your life from now on is a division. You have your safety credit. Division. Write down division is the only thing you're willing to sacrifice. Never the corp, never your family. The only thing you're willing to let go is the division from now on. If you can get another one and another one, have your cake and eat it too. Raise rules. Step number 7, become a certified CFO and never bring the pain home. Your goal is up to you. There I am dead, 2009. Google the address, telling you the truth. From there, I got to be in 2 comas so far. 5.5, I was crippled for life. Jesus said, get up, I got up. Freaked them all out. Last one, I got to die and come back and help you. So the devil's trying to hold us back and knock us down, but God's delays aren't God's denials. Simple. I want to repackage your whole life like Humpty Dumpty. I want to do it my way because I think your way sucks. Sorry to say, but it's true. So a corporation's a legal person that may sue or be sued. The lack of knowledge is what makes people do stupid things. We play. Now, this is plain, just pathetic. I mean, this is ridiculous. This guy loses his job. I got 2 kids to eat and food and to feed. Okay, get your butt over to the church to hand you the food. Go drive an Uber or Lyft and go sell something in a garage sale. Knock off the crap, man up, do what you need to do. That's what a man needs to do. Let me tell you the truth. I came out of a coma. They stole billions in my life. Come back homeless. What am I going to do? Simple. I sold my wedding ring, my Rolex, my necklace, my bracelet. I took a brand new corporation and I built $1 million friggin' dollars again in 6 weeks. There's no excuse for anybody besides they're lazy or they don't want to go get it done, because I can rebuild anybody. But then that's up to you. So keep in mind, a division is your line of defense. You don't screw up a corp or your family ever again. And you get as many as you want to. Simple to do. Corporate umbrella. So if you allow me to do the tax ID in the division, I'll set up your Spear and Chandra and Equifax. I can get you cash credit. And from there, I'll line you up for checkbook money. That's the goal. Checkbook money. 9 divisions is up to 1 million. 41 is up to 5 million. It's in my book called Buckets of Money. You got a corp today? Look on the Secretary of State's website. Find your corp, find your name, find out when they sue that, they sue you. And you probably use your home address too. Change that to a mailbox, etc., please. Because right now when they sue that corp, they sue you, and that sucks. You need your line of defense. The ultimate goal. See, it's like when I created daisy chain of credit. One card is entitled to 99 more. Each entity is entitled to a tax ID. Each division, each location, and then we look at checkbook money up to 2.5 million. So your goal is to understand even how to daisy chain credit. There's so much I got to reprogram for you. You have to master the rules and tools. That's why there's classes. That's why there's coaching too. If I do a division for you, I add 2,000 of history. You do the tax ID, and we sell each division for $4.99, 3 for $14.97. You need a Zelle, up to you. We call a specialist now. 800-254-9506. Now, I like goodies. I will not show anything I did not obtain. And I'm only showing you a little bit of the goodies today. I got no bullshit to give you. And the reality is you got to get off your assets and see it, believe it, go get it. Your problem has been you. You did not build a residual income. That's not acceptable. You have to have money coming in and money going out. But you're basically doing the same damn rerun. How are you going to do that too? I love going on the Love Ride with Neil Diamond a couple of times. We can sing Holly Holy and Red Red Wine. You see, you got a choice today. It's like when that person, it was funny. My wife's following me home in one of my Ferraris and Lamborghinis. It's great. All right, this is the end zone. Someone pulls up. All right, and they say, okay. They ask a stupid question. All right, what does it cost to fill it up? My answer should have been, I don't give a shit. But I didn't say that. I said, what does it matter? Who cares? It's a company car. Write it all off. I don't care what the price of gas is. What do I care? I like it to be lower, but the reality is the company's going to pay for it anyway. What would bother me? There's money coming in, money going out. It's called residual income. What nobody seems to want to do. But let's do it today. Let's get you $1 million of credit cards. Let's get you $5 million of checkbook money. Let's make you a money-making machine. Let's prove the world wrong and you can go get it too. 100,000 to $1 million, supply and vendor credit. Kind of fun. Sell on Amazon and eBay. So if I rebuild you here, then we're going to look at the corporation divisions. We're going to take the green unlimited times 9. We're going to take the B of A times 9. Take the Wells Fargo times 9. We're going to literally take the ink card times 9 and the gold card up to 5 million right here. But now let's focus on checkbook money. The bank will give you up to $500,000 as long as you have a 2-year corporation. Isn't that fun? So let's understand, if a corporation is done today, come January, it's on a second year. Here's the 5 different things in the banks that I like, but it's up to you. I call it checkbook money. Would you like some checkbook money up to 5.4 million? That's easy to play, but you're gonna have to learn to play with me. Go to class, get coaching as well. So I got basically specialty classes. Saturday I have up to 10 classes, and basically at 8:30 every Saturday I have a specialty class. So this is like this Friday and Saturday. Real estate, usually sold out every time. Now what happens is, specialty is $999 for 90 days. Each class is $499. Today, I want you to focus on all properties that are in 14 states under 100,000. The down payment's $5,000. Let's get 3. Why not? All managed by a third-party management or Section 8s or both. Again, your choice to play, like I did for John and Nancy. I mean, these people, they're great. I mean, they're nice people. Their kids are gone through school and married, and they said they want to downsize. So now the IRS is going to tax the shit out of them, called, you know what, because they're selling something, and the gains tax. No, stop. Let's play. We sell the house through escrow. You don't change the title, because if you change title, there's where your problem is. Okay, and then the new loan. So we're going to assign the mortgage that we have in the agreement, no problem. You collect money for 30 years, and you got this interest, and they have to pay that interest. You have $1,800 a month cash flow, and the reality is you take that down payment they're paying and buy the new property, and everybody gets to win, and there's no tax. It's called hopping. From there, real estate. You want the books and CDs that I created, Homestead Block or UCC1 Chattel Mortgage, no problem, $299. But if you sign up for the class today, you can go Friday or Saturday. Again, it's normally $499 for the class. So today, you're getting the books and CDs and the class for $299. If you already have the class, you need the books, it's $299. You buy the books, you get the class. Either way, you're going to invest $299 if you want to go to the class with me. It's a zell, now. See, here's the problem. You are the problem. No one trains you how to do things. No one trained me how to figure it out. So what do we get to do? Borrow money is not taxable. So if we take borrow money that I build you, and you take that money and you get your residual income, all right, you're going to buy a lifetime. The difference is between you and anyone else rich and famous is nothing. Okay? Maybe they got a chance, someone gave them a break or handed them the money. So you can buy your lifetime income. You can have your cake and eat it too. Ray's rules, all right, literally become a certified CFO and never bring the pain home. So understand, if I wrote you a check for $1 million today, hypothetically, or you won the lottery, what would you do with the check? All right, you'd want all the money now, and then you put in your personal account, and you have to only get $375. I would have told you to put it in the corporation in a division of you. I would tell you to reference it to basically reference 3 times 5, up to 15 million. Pay all the bills first and pay tax on the leftover. No leftover, no tax. Simple. Step 8. See, the United States of America Incorporated, they bankrupt 11 cities because every corporation called state and city, and they created Chapter 9 bankruptcy. You could have did the same thing and not brought the pain home, as long as you have no intent to do fraud. Ultimate goal, step 9, bankruptcy. Why don't you look at it today? It'll say SSN, SS4. Who wants to be the duck? Is it you? It's up to you. So if we play this game today and understand, if I add you to my credit system, I want to build you $1 million. But you have to go to class, not following your what? And you have to follow through. Simple. Credit, and this is a starter package. Okay, rebuild the credit, wrapper rescore. Articles off this tax ID are free. You pay your filing fee. Set up level 1 with me live every Wednesday and Saturday, 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. So for $999, I'm going to repackage your whole life. $5,000 of credit back to you, 5 times your investment. $24.99, $25,000 of credit. And what do I get to do? 5 times your money back. Analyze, add history, start popping credit today. Today, not tomorrow, today. So your goal is to call the office 800-254-9506 or Zell now. Simple to do. Beat your doubt, run your race, get the hell out of my way because you're in my way. I want to rebuild you anyway, my way. That's just me. So get in your pants, go. Mansions in the harbor, race boats and yachts, say Ray Reynolds University.com. I like Lamborghinis, helicopters, and buildings too. I would like you to change your driver's license to a P.O. box or mailing address in the future, but that'll be up to you. Now let's look at basically your car you drive today. I'll bet you let them sweat you for 3 to 5 hours, treat you like a duck and a sheep. And then you lost 9 inquiries and you had what? You lost 20 or 30,000 in that car? I'm sorry, that's not how you buy a car. You buy a car at fleet price tax ID division. And that's what you have to do. See, when you buy a house, you don't put 2 people on the loan. That'd be kind of dumb. Loan to value for 2 people, lose the house, lose the car, they give you shitty credit, and then you report it to the IRS as a 1099-C. So now you got double shitty credit. That's called dumb. Remember, I told you to plan the problem. Every registered owner of a car should be a division of a corporation and not you. Too many bloodsucker attorneys trying to sue everybody. Every property goes into a division. You have no idea which one's going to slip, fall, and sue you and kind of mess you up. Your paycheck is offset by your house payment. Google did not pay tax on the first 10 billion to trouble trillion. Because guess what? Neither did Amazon too. The ultimate goal is going to be up to you. There's no loophole. They're doing what they're allowed to do. He bought Twitter in 24 hours of the line of credit for the whole world. Then he screwed it up within a week. I think he's truly and truly dumb. But X marks the spot, whatever that means. It's like stupid anyway. From there, he's got a spaceship. So do the other 2 guys. So you could actually win the battle, play the game, and join the club. Step 15. Now let's think about Google that's in indictment right now into court, and Amazon's next. Apple, what happened in 97? Bill Gates was indicted 4 times because there was no competition what he created. So Bill Gates took $150 million, gave it to Apple and said, pay the payment on it. It was a line of credit. And that's what he did. Very simple to do as we play this game. So let's understand. Borrow money is not taxable. So let's understand how they play. We get to play the same way if you want to. Run your life through a corporation or in conjunction. Pay tax, buy a Lamborghini. Simple how it works. See, your paycheck's taxable income. Right now, you're paying the car payment, the gas registration, insurance. Why? Won't you yell no and drive a company car like I do? Step 17. Why don't you go to irs.gov today and get an SS4 from and find out I'm telling you the truth. It says banking and credit purposes. You never had to be a duck and a sheep. You chose to follow stupid. You did stupid. You're not stupid. See, Mama, she basically gave birth to a baby. Since 71, Nixon said what? Every woman's got to sign that SS5 form for the S's and for the baby to go home and take a nap, or they can't be released from the hospital. They got to bond the baby up to $35 million apiece. What's the way to corner them? Right when they came out of the oven. There you go. See, that's how it works. See, your goal is to understand everything to me is rules and tools. You buy a house, it's escrow, close, homestead, trust. You have a house not in a trust, they sue you, they take it away, and on top of that, when you die, it gets stuck into probate and your family got diddly squat. You fix a property, you got to hire the contractor. Who hires the subcontractor outside Home Depot? And if they slip, fall, and cut corners too, they get to take you and everything you got as well. They mess you up. How about we do it my way and get diddly squat? I like diddly squat, don't you? So I'll look at that irrevocable trust again, but you're the grown-up, right? Step 19. All right, but why didn't you build residual income? I don't understand that part. If you don't file tax returns and you're a crook, then you should go to prison like Wesley Snipes. Can you imagine? He was stupid enough to listen to his stupid attorneys and CPAs, how stupid people can be. This man went to prison for 3 years and $5 million fine. He ruined his whole damn career. So if he would have just listened, but he didn't listen. IRS has a formula to get your butt back in the system called 656 433 A and B. So let's understand, we can't play peekaboo with the IRS making a mess. You want to be an OPM, save 70%, don't pay a bill up to 90 days, anything come out of escrow, leverage it to 15 million, borrow money's not taxable, you create your line of defense, that's step 21. Blackjack, you get to win. Now, I don't understand why, God, you allowed me to die in a coma and someone stole my whole life. Kind of sucks, embarrassing too. What am I gonna do? Go home and go boohoo like you? Hell no. What did I do? I took out my blueprint, see it, believe it, go get it. I took out my 5 closet divisions. I built $1 million of credit in 6 friggin' weeks. What the hell's wrong with you? I don't understand. I don't understand. And why didn't you build your residual income? You got 1,000 steps to millionaire. So all you got to do is follow through. 45 years helping people in person or online. My class and things next year going to be the show, TV, and radio. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do coaching. So credit, loan, and money, financial freedom, 1,000 to 10,000, 50,000 a month. You need $100,000 today. Okay. I'll add you to my system for you, corporation divisions, no problem. Normally it's 10%, 10 grand. If you did it during this webinar with me, or you get to do it for $39.99. And it's a Zell. If you did it right away, or you can call the office right away too. See, I like boring businesses. When I started the largest donut chain in the world, that was fun. My laundromats, my payphones, my printing companies, the satellite store, the installation company, all the things. United States versus Google. I wonder who's going to win. You know the companies never win when the United States tries to kick their ass heads. But again, it's a choice. From there, we got Amazon's got a problem as of yesterday. Antitrust lawsuit. What's going to happen next? Just like Lyft and Uber and all that silly stuff. Guess what's going to happen? So I want you to focus on boring businesses like I do. That's what I like you to do. There's 26 franchises I've played with most of my life. Wendy's, Taco Bell's, gas stations, laundromats, apartment complexes, commercial real estate, and they're all managed by third party. I don't want you to run it. I want you to basically just be the investor. I want you to think about, literally as an example, if I build you credit, what do you do with the credit? I find a lot of people build credit, they think that's all I'm going to do, and then I want to do more. Then they go off and come back and say, Ray, will you help me do that too? If you could put 40,000 down, like sign a laundromat, okay, simple, okay, as long as you use the card or credit I build you, as long as you maintain that payment for 90 days as you close escrow, you should think about 3,000 to 10,000 a month. It's not going to make you rich. It will give you cash flow for your time, and basically that's what the goal was when I started that book 45 years ago. 100,000 down, that's 10,000 to 45,000. 250 down in a franchise, because I could care less what it is. 50 to 75,000. So the goal is, as you look at these things that I want to line up and coach you for, you go to a franchise trade show, you're going to be deer in the headlights. But if we go after existing proving records, that's the goal. And I like the boring businesses, simple. So why you didn't build residual income, I don't know. Your goal is to basically do one thing, not run the business, but own the business as an investor. Because when you look at all these things, I don't want new, I want existing. Again, you need to focus like this laundromat. This person's going to get 30,000 a month. He started to say, well, if I manage it myself, and I said, no, you give them that 17,500 and they leave you alone. I don't give a damn what the type of franchise or business is. All I care is about a residual income. There's the goal. Gas station, same thing. All right, what do we want? We need to look at what we have as an income coming in. Money coming in, bills being paid. What's the leftover? Again, that's what I look at all the time. Your goal is to understand, if I'm going to build you credit, rebuild everything I'm trying to do, I want to line you up in a coaching package. Your coaching is 3 months to 6 months to 15 months. I believe you have the same damn rerun. That's what I believe. So let's build 1,000, 10,000, 50,000, whatever we can on a monthly base. That's called residual income. But again, I realized about 90 days ago, I'm building all this credit and doing everything people want. And it's like, damn, I want you to do this. You know, and then they go to a franchise. Which one do I pick, Ray? Then the guy goes, I looked at houses, Ray. What do we got? Stop. Stop the crap. Let me just do this, line you up. Here you go. Knock out your crap. Get your money coming in. You're better off being told what to do and don't have to think. Residual income. Any and all classes, weekly video conferencing, weekly calls, definitely with me. From there, wrap a rescore, and then we get to blueprint you in person, or if we had to do Zoom if you don't fly in. Simple, once a month. The goal is based on this package. So you have to learn for yourself how to become a certified CFO. Projections, all right, limits, all right, phone calls of creditors, days you change credit into the millions, and increase limits every 46 days. Those are things you have to master. All 3, 6, 15 months, or 1,000 down. As I build you credit or you work out the payment, that's up to you. The 3-month program is $8,000. 1,000 down, you work out the payments in those 3 months. Keep in mind, you want to build you credit, use some of the credit to pay your balance. These are basically closing out this week. If you don't get into it, so I'm not going to do them again. Just like when I said the last boot camp was my last boot camp. It's my last boot camp. This is the last time I'm doing coaching. Very simple, for 3 months. If you paid in full, you get $250,000 of cash credit if you pay in full. If not, you work out your 1,000 down and I just build the credit we owe you. You build it up, teach you how to daisy chain credit more. The 6-month program is still 1,000 down, but it's a $15,000 program. You work out your payments within those 6 months. Simple to do. If you paid in full on that one, you get $500,000 of credit. If you did the 15 months, it's still 1,000 down, and you can basically make payments in those 15 months to equal to get that payment paid, and that is literally $31,000. If you paid in full, you get a 15% discount, and it's $25,000. If you paid in full, I'm also going to build you $1 million of cash credit. Again, that's your choice. It's a Zelle, bank transfer deposit, and I like, again, the things that are targeted. I want to manage by third party. I don't want you to run something. I want you to be the investor. I want you to project and look at the income you need to make. Where you broke down is you didn't build residual income. Okay, you're going to invest. That's the goal. And I like the boring businesses. It makes sense to me. Corporation is a legal person that may sue or be sued. From there, divisions are the line of defense. The only thing you're willing to sacrifice from now on is the division. You allowed yourself to be 1 before, and that screwed everything up. 9 divisions is up to $1 million. 41 is up to $5 million. Each division I set up for you with tax ID. I set up 2,000 history, and I established your SPEAR and Chandra and Equifax cash report. Each entity is $499, 3 for $14.97. Use Zelle or you call the office at 800-254-9506. What are you willing to lose? I made promises to myself. First, I didn't get a family. I got used and abused and I wanted out of hell. Next, I said, if I ever have a family, I want to make sure I don't bring the pain home. If not, I won't get a wife and kids. I got 6 beautiful kids and 10 grandkids. I'm not willing to sacrifice my family. And I want you to stop doing what you've been doing because I think it sucks. A corporation gets sued, they sue and screw you up. Division process I invented for me for one reason. It builds my line of defense. On a chess game, guess what? We both get checkmate. Step 23. That's the goal. You get to win and roll the dice every damn time you try. Long as you're trying, you're not dying. If you're not trying, you might as well be dead. I just show goodies I obtained. You like goodies? Reaching the dream, think to be the impossible. Ray's rules. Building corps and divisions and training people to be a certified CFO. If you have joint credit, it's just in the way. You buy a house, escrow, close, homestead, trust. Corporations are free. You pay a little filing fee. You get to divisions for real estate, franchise, current business, and line of defense. You use Ray's rules because I give bonus cash credit. You get to write it all off and take away all your excuses. By the way, that's step 24. Very simple. So the bottom line, if you want a 750, that's all you want me to do for you. We analyze. We do rapid rescore. You go to class. You follow through and everything. I give you assignments, you're stuck with me. I'm your coach. Okay, I don't pass the buck. So the reality is I'm going to charge you $9.99, give you $1,000 cash card back to you to reimburse yourself. During the broadcast, we discount half price, and then product means $500. Simple. As we play. Starter package for a corporation, we still got to make you a CFO. Rebuild rapid score. You have a corp, we'll build that one. You don't have a corp, I'll give you articles, also tax ID for free. You just pay a little filing fee. I want you in setup class every Wednesday and Saturday, 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. Miss one, go to the next one. $9.99, $5,000 of cash credit back to you. $24.99, $25,000 of credit back to you. I got no excuses, neither do you now. Analyze, add history, and start popping credit today. That's the goal. Again, that's a Zell, or call the office, 800-254-9506, be assigned to a specialist. If you give referrals, I will build you more credit. If you want me to sell you 10%, I'll do that, as long as that person names your name when they sign up. That's why I also give you my email address so they don't screw it up for you. Corporation. Now remember, Bank of America has bankrupt 5,000 locations. They get a tax write-off when they make a mistake or screw up. You, became one. That's a lonely number. All your banks do this. Your grocery stores, your cities, your Sam's Club, your Geico, your McDonald's, your Wendy's. Stop bringing the pain home. Become a certified CFO and understand how to reprogram your brain to millionaire status. Look beyond the curtain. Stop bringing the pain home. And remember, we have to stay safe and strong. We do our best. Jesus does the rest. Amen to that too. So at the end of the day, if you want a bunch of goodies, let me repackage you. Right now, the ultimate goal is very simple. I want to repackage every one of you. I want to change the world. That's why I created Repackage in America, and only in America years ago too. So you have 800-254-9506. Give it a call now. Those coaching packages will be closed out probably by today or tomorrow. We do our best. God does the rest. Amen to that too. And we never forget at the end of the day, God loves us all.